Morning folks, welcome along to my first wildlife video. Up until now I've been concentrating on making videos for landscape photography, but I said I'd try something a little different and go back to my roots of wildlife photography and try to make a video somehow for this. It's a beautiful morning, the sun is out, it's not quite warm yet, but just the noise of the birds, that ambient feeling right now of reconnecting back in with nature is a bonus in itself. Photographs right now and video right now is a bonus, but just to be back out in nature is absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to talk a small bit before I go for a walk about some equipment that I'm going to use today. So let's do it. So the camera and lens that I'm using today is a Canon EOS 5 DSR camera, and the lens is a Canon 300mm f2.8. This lens is by far the best lens I've used in wildlife photography. It is so sharp, you just wouldn't believe it is so sharp. It's a fantastic lens. It's something I never go without when I'm going out doing a bit of wildlife photography, but it has one disadvantage over a lot of other things. It's extremely heavy. I can't tell you right now how much it weighs, but I will put it up on the screen. And add to that a camera with a battery grip and a pair of batteries in, and it makes for a heavy weight to carry around, especially when you're walking for a couple of hours. But if you're willing to forego that, it's an absolutely fantastic lens. Now the camera itself, the EOS 5 DSR, it's not something I would ordinarily use for wildlife photography. It takes actually fabulous photographs, but for wildlife photography, especially moving animals, maybe birds in flight, its AI servo is not very fast. The autofocus is not very fast, and you contribute or you add on a Canon extender onto that, and your autofocus, it might take 5-6 seconds to autofocus onto something. If you're trying to photograph a bird or a moving animal, forget about it. But if you can find creatures, animals, birds that are very slow moving, happy enough to sit where they are for a little while, this is by far an unbelievable and best camera I've used for wildlife photography. Now that's only my general opinion. I'm sure there's people out there who have completely different opinions. So why use this gimbal head? The gimbal head is supporting the weight of your camera and lens, which this is extremely heavy, and it allows you just free movement all around with just pure ease. By far, for me, it's so much better than a ball head. The price of these varies. Again, it's like anything in photography. You can spend 50 euros on it, you can spend 1,000 euros on it. Depends on your budget, I suppose. So something I like to do as well when I'm out taking wildlife photographs. As you can see, like the camera, it stands out. It's very bright. It's very man-made looking, obviously. So I want to break up the shape of that, take away those colours so that it doesn't stand out against the greens and the browns and yellows. And I have a little waterproof cover that I've adapted myself, and yeah, I normally cover my lens and camera over with that. takes away that human element from the camera. Birds, skittish creatures like squirrels, foxes, pine martens, they'd see that colour of that camera, they'd see the shape of that and know straight away something different here. So for myself, when I'm out, I don't like to walk around in bright colours for obvious reasons. It's the first thing an animal or a bird sees, that little red fleck or that blue jacket or, you know, some part of your clothing. I'm going to fly through this fairly quick because the midges are absolutely eating me here. But I have a small bit of a ghillie suit that I wear from time to time. It's cheap. You can get them on Amazon for maybe 10-15 euros. It's very handy. Just breaks up my shape and my outline. I'm already in kind of camouflage covered clothes, dark bottoms. This adds to it at times. So yeah, this is what I look like when I walk around. Something I tend to do as well is I wear gaiters when I'm out the whole time, purely because everywhere you go, especially in Ireland, is full of brambles and thorn bushes. And so many times I've went walking and my shins have been absolutely cleared of skin due to brambles. So the likes of these, they just take away that skin removing bramble element in Irish woods. I'll just give you an example. So, haha brambles. I'm just gonna go in and take a walk around this kind of forested area. It's typical Irish woodland at the moment, a good mixture of native and non-native trees. It's a beautiful morning, so let's see what's out and about. So what absolute luck to get a woodpecker on my first wildlife vlog. Couldn't believe when I could hear it chirping away behind me in the tree. So I had to pick up the camera and the lens and the tripod and try and slowly and quietly turn the camera around and handhold some footage of him. It's not the best footage, plus it's very contrasty as it was midday. There's a lot of sun, a lot of shadows, but it doesn't matter. I suppose it's a bird I've been looking to photograph for quite a while, so hopefully now in the future it'll work out and I'll get some shots of him, maybe even on the vlog again. Here's open. Just got a visit from a little red squirrel. He's gone now, but hopefully he comes back. I love to see red squirrels. So much character. He didn't stay long, just stayed for about a minute and headed off. Hopefully he comes back. Just before I left, this little guy ran down the tree behind me, across my bag and straight into the tree in front of me. Stopped for a few seconds to give me a look before he scampered off. I'm just going to finish up my latest video with a picture of the squirrel that ran down across and in front of me. He didn't stay for long, so I managed to get a small bit of video footage and one or two shots. So I've slightly edited the shot as it was a bit contrasty. I have lifted the shadows and boosted the colours slightly. Let me know what you think, and I'll chat you all soon.